Hello everyone, my name is Gastron Jofang. I'm a consultant here at ReleaseTEAM. Today's video is about AI in GitLab. GitLab offers AI features through the tool called GitLab Duo. We're going to talk about GitLab Duo as well as demonstrate some of its features. If you're ready, let's get started. Okay, what is GitLab Duo? GitLab Duo is basically a suite of GitLab AI powered features. And those features are meant to be your personal assistant. So it will help you with your planning in GitLab. If you want to create an issue, Epic, it will help you with your coding, securing your application, and with your deployment through your pipeline. It is also a good tool for communication and collaboration with your team members. You will do your job in GitLab faster and more efficiently. That's why GitLab Duo, it is a boost to your productivity. You can use GitLab Duo if your application is written into any of these languages. The most popular languages, C++, Java, JavaScript, Python, TypeScript. GitLab Duo will help you with your code suggestion or any other features if your code is written into these languages. So these are some of the features that you can have based on your subscription options. You have two subscription options with Duo. You have Duo Pro and then Duo Enterprise. If your subscription in GitLab is premium or ultimate, you can only use Duo. You cannot use Enterprise. And if your subscription is ultimate, you can use Enterprise. Here, these are some of the features in GitLab Duo. You have user permissions for AI features. You have control over which user has access to the AI features. You can turn it off, turn it on at any time at the group level, at the project level. You have code suggestion. You have a chat, code explanation, test generation. And if you are on Duo Enterprise, you have all the features in the Pro in addition to these other features. We are going to demonstrate some of these features, starting with administration. We are going to demonstrate how to turn on and off your GitLab Duo features. We are going to demonstrate how to allow and deny user access to those features. In the development stage, we are going to create issues description, code suggestion, test generation. We are going to use GitLab Duo in the reviewing stage and troubleshooting stage. So let's get to the console and start with administration of GitLab Duo. Okay, here we are in the console, gitlab.com, and we are working on the group GitLab Duo RT testing. We can see down here that we are subscribed as an ultimate with GitLab Duo Enterprise trial. We have 69 days left, but we can also verify that at the setting and billing of our group. When we are here, we can see that this is the group name is currently on the ultimate sim trial. We can see the same thing down here, and we have 3 seats already in use. And this is the try start and then the end start. Now, what we want to do is to make sure that we have our GitLab Duo features enabled at the group level. If we go back in the setting and click General, scroll down and click GitLab Duo features, we have here availability. GitLab Duo is available by default. And if you don't want your project or sub-project to have access to AI features, you will have to turn them off by default so that the feature can be turned on at the subgroup at project level. You can even turn them off if you don't want any subgroup or project to have access to the AI features. We want to select this option here because we want to turn off by default so we can allow the feature to be enabled at our project level. Here below, we also have the option to use experimental or beta features. If you click here, those features will be available in your group, subgroup, or project. Now let's click save. Let's open one of the project and check if the feature is already available. In order to check the feature, we are going to try to create an issue, create new issue. If your AI feature is available, you will see the GitLab Duo logos right here. Since it's not turned on at the project level, we cannot see it here. So now let's go back to the project settings and turn the feature on. You go here, hover over setting and click general and open a new window. If we scroll down, we open visibility, scroll all the way down. We have the toggle here for GitLab Duo. Toggle on and click save. Now, if we go back to our issue and refresh the page, we will see the GitLab Duo is now enabled. This is how we enable GitLab Duo at the group level and the project level. We are creating a new issue in this project. Let's see how GitLab Duo will help with issue creation. In this issue, I want to update the runner tag in my .gitlab-ci file to Linux. I want to issue description features of GitLab Duo to help me write the description in this issue. What I want to do is to use the GitLab Duo issue description generation feature to help me write the description for this issue. If I click here, and create issue, and then I want to put description here. I'm just going to copy the title, then paste it here, and then submit that and see what GitLab Duo will generate. Okay, we can see here that GitLab has generated a description for my issue. I can make the necessary update if I wish. Then down below here, there is a footer saying description was generated using AI. I'd want to assign it to myself, and then click create. The issue has been created, is in open state, and the description was generated by the issue description generation feature of GitLab Duo. The next feature we want to test out is the code explanation. We are going back to our code. Here we are in the GitLab demo backend project. We want an explanation of what a specific file does. We go into the file. We don't know what this file does, so we want to use the GitLab Duo feature to explain the file content. What we can do is to come up here and use the GitLab Duo chat features. GitLab Duo chat features is a conversational feature where you can ask questions through the chat and then you will be provided an answer. If we click there, we want to explain this file, so let's type explain this file and tap enter, and we can see how Duo is generating the explanation for this file. We have here employee controller. This is exactly the file we are currently looking at. This is another feature of GitLab Duo. Now we want to test out the Duo suggestion features to help with coding. What I do is I click here, edit, and I'm going to open the web IDE. I have the chat option as well. I can use the chat option here, or I can start typing on my file and Duo will suggest a code. Let's try it out. What I want to do is write a method to delete employees by ID. If I write a comment, delete employee by ID, and type enter, you see, GitLab said this method is not needed as we already have the delete employee method here. So GitLab says that this method already exists here and then give you appropriate feedback. Now, what I want to do is delete all employees. The method does not exist yet. Let's see what GitLab Duo will suggest. Click here. I want to delete all employees. If I type enter, Duo suggests this method here that I can accept. Then my code is accepted. I can just fix the indentation and remove this space. That's it. I have my code ready, no pain, ready to go. You can also generate the code using the GitLab Duo chat from here. What we want to do, we want to create another class called manager that is going to extend the employee class. So if we type here, create a class manager that extends the employee class. Enter. Alright, Duo has generated a code. We can check that. See public class manager that extends employee, and then we have all the method within the class. We can decide to push it in this current file, or we can copy it and paste it wherever we want to paste it. We click paste there, it's going to be pushed to current file, but we don't want to do that. This is the controller class. So that's how GitLab can help you with your coding. Now let's go ahead and review the test generation. Okay, here we are on our VS Code IDE installed locally. This is not a web IDE. This is a local IDE. And we already authenticated to our account that has GitLab Duo feature enabled. And we can see it here. And you can also see the chat Duo on the left sidebar right here. We have here the employee service implementation class that implements the employee service. What we want to do is create a test for for this service class. We do not have any at this point. And there are two ways to do so. We can use the chat where we just type what we need in the chat, or we can select the entire code, then right click, then hover over Duo Chat, then pick Generate Test. GitLab Duo Chat will generate a test for the entire class. It's going to take a few seconds and we have our test generated. We have here employee service implementation test. We are using the Mockito library. We have a test for get all employee, get employee by ID, which are the different methods seen here. And GitLab Duo also tells you what you need in your configuration file, the POM file. The next step here is just to copy this code here and add it to the POM file. Copy this test and create the class in the desired location and then paste the entire code and save it. That's how you can generate a test using GitLab Duo test generation feature. Okay, that's it for this session. We are going to review other features in other session. You can always go to the GitLab documentation for more information about GitLab Duo availability and some use cases. Thank you for your attention. See you in the next session where we are going to explore some other GitLab Duo features.